Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Mum Life and More. My name is Claire and this is my second part of my 4K Q&A celebrating me hitting 4,000 subscribers a little while ago. So hopefully you have already seen the first part of the Q&A where I answered I think like 6 or 7 questions. I think I had like 15 questions on here, so I had to separate it into 2 because it would just been a really long one otherwise. If you do like this one, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new around here, let me know down below in the comments. Say hi. I always like to say hi to new subscribers if you tell me that you're new. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy it. And if you haven't seen the first part of the Q&A, go and have a look at the first part and then come back to this one. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get comfortable. I've got a maxi dress on and it's a bit right. Okay, so where did we get to? Right. The next question on the list says, if you had another baby, would you like a boy or girl? So if you don't know already, I've got 2 boys and a girl. I decided pretty early on after I had my first baby that I wanted 3, and I knew I wanted 3. And my husband was like, oh, let's just see how we get on with this one first. And I was like, yeah, no, I've decided I want 3. When he was like 3 or 4 months old, I remember looking at him and I was like, oh, I love you so much. I want like 2 more of you. I was like, I want 3. I'm one of 3 anyway, so maybe that has also played a part in it. But yeah, I decided I wanted 3 pretty early on. When I had my third, I was very disappointed because I expected to have my third baby and be holding her in the hospital and to feel an overwhelming sense of completion and then not want any more babies. And I was like, where is this feeling? Because it wasn't there. I was like, I don't feel done. And to anybody expecting another baby or whatever, don't put that pressure on yourself. Because when you have a baby, you have so many things flying around anyway that you cannot be thinking about that as well. And for a little while after I had her, I was thinking I wasn't done. And I was also like feeling terrible about it because I thought we cannot have another baby. Like there's no room. I don't think I could manage anymore. I think I probably could in an ideal world. If we had a bigger house and a bit more money, then I would go for another one possibly. But yeah, no, I don't think so. Not now. I'm 36, but like in an ideal world, we might have had another one. But it got to when she was about 2.5, and then I started to feel done, and I was like, okay, yeah, like this is a really nice number. 3 is a really nice number. Feels like we've got a lot on our plate. I like having a lot on my plate, but it's not so much like if we had a whole bunch of kids, like it's like, well, where do we put them all? Like I don't know how people with like 5 or 6 kids manage it, quite frankly. There's just so many people. So then I started to feel done. But if I had another boy, no, but if I had another baby, I don't know if I want it to be a boy or a girl. Girls are a handful. Girls are definitely a handful. I saw that when I had my niece when she was younger. And it made me terrified of having a girl, if I'm honest. I always thought when I had my boys, I just assumed I'd have another boy and I'd be a boy mum all the way. And I just thought I was going to have another boy when I had Lily. And we found out what her gender was. And we like got a private scan and everything to find out a little bit early at 16 weeks. And I wasn't like in the room when they told us she was a girl. I wasn't like, oh yeah, oh my God. My mother-in-law was like, are you happy? I was like, no, I am. I'm just scared because I don't know what to do with the girl. But when I had her, it's like when I had her and held her in my arms, it's like I didn't know that I was missing her until I had her, and I was like you were like the missing piece. Like I needed you, kind of thing. Like I didn't know what I was missing until I had her, and then I realised what I was missing, and I thought I'm so happy that I've had a little girl because they are amazing. They're so lovely. Having boys is incredible. I love having boys. I love being a boy mum. I love that they're so like the phrase that comes out of my mouth most of the time, a lot of the time with my boys, is what the fuck, because of the crazy shit they pull, the crazy stuff they do. I'm just like, what the fuck guys. And yeah, I swear I know I'm not apologizing for it. So I love having a boy, like boys, because this is crazy. When I was younger, I used to watch Malcolm in the Middle, and I'd always like look at the mum Lois and think, I want to be like that. And I don't know why, because she's stressed out to the max with her boys and they're crazy. But yeah, that's kind of like, I was like, oh yeah, I want a bunch of boys. So when I had boys, I was really, really happy, and I love them. They're so cute and they're so loving. But when I had a little girl, I was like, oh, I just love her. I just love her so much. She is full of sass, and she can be so cheeky, so attitudey, especially now that she's 5 and she's gonna be 6 in a couple of months' time. Yeah, but I love having a little girl. I really, really do, and I'm so grateful that I've got to see both sides of the coin with both genders. If I had another baby, practicality reasons for like bedroom sharing, I'd probably say another girl, because then 2 boys and 2 girls could share. If I had another baby, I don't know, I always thought I might end up with 3 boys, so maybe I'd say boy. But I also really like the name Joey. Like, I don't have any other girls' names in mind. But I don't know, if I did end up with having another baby, I wouldn't care what gender it was, as long as it was healthy. After having a baby that nearly died, as long as the baby's healthy, it doesn't matter what gender they are. So yeah, practicality speaking, practical reasons, probably a girl. For using the name that I love, Joey, probably a boy. But if I did I'm not having any more kids. It's very unlikely I'll have any more kids. But if I were to have another baby, I wouldn't care what gender it was. And I don't know if I'd find out the gender or not. I'm really impatient, so I probably would. But I don't know, because it'd definitely be my last one. So who knows? But essentially, I don't care. Really, really don't mind. But yeah, boy or girl. But there's arguments for either side. I'm just really grateful that I've got the 3 that I have, and that I got a little girl. Wasn't trying for a girl, wasn't hoping for a girl. I assumed I'd have a 3rd boy, and then I'd be that boy mum with a hands full with three boys. 2 boys. I got my hands full anyway. So yeah, I didn't know that I was missing her until she was put in my arms, basically, to sound all corny and cliche. And then someone else has asked, how did you grow your channel? I didn't do anything specific. I've just uploaded a lot. I think I've put a lot of effort into my channel, not in terms of like making my vlogs, doing loads of editing like some YouTubers do, and they're really professional looking. I've just kind of just come on here and been myself, because I don't know how to do anything else. I can't keep up a facade of being like on camera Claire, especially when I'm like vlogging my real life. There's obviously some bits I don't put in. I don't put on there when I'm losing my shit with my kids, or when I'm having an argument with my husband, or things like that. But I do come on here and tell you when I'm having a rubbish day, when I'm not feeling well. Most of the time you see me looking like the back end of a lorry, because I'm coming on making lunches in the morning or whatever. So I think just growing my channel, I mean, it's not grown exponentially. I haven't got a massive channel by any stretch of the imagination. It's still a really small channel. But I think I've done well to get to where I have done it in 2 years, considering it is a part-time. I mean, now I do consider it to be my part-time job now, because I am fully self-employed. I do make money from YouTube. So it is, in my mind, I am a YouTuber. That is how I help support my family, for one income avenue. My other one is for my being self-employed with my cleaning business. But in terms of growing my channel, I think just being myself and being open and honest. I do get comments from people quite a lot saying like it's refreshing to see someone being honest. And I think I've got a kid at the door. Hold on. Yeah. Back. I was needed to have a cuddle, have a kiss, and make a drink. Where are we? Growing my channel. So yeah, I haven't done anything special. I've just been myself. I started off my channel with like grocery hauls and sort of budgeting, but I like making vlogs and things. So while I'll always do my hauls, because they are my best performing videos, yeah, I don't know. I think I've just been consistent. I've been consistent with uploading, and I've got an Instagram as well, so I'll leave my Instagram handle down below in the description box. If you don't follow me over there, go and follow me over there. I don't really know how I've grown it, to be honest. It is growing, steadily, and I am proud of that. Yeah, I don't know, just consistent. I'd say consistently upload. Makes you talking to people, I think, as well. Like, I like talking to people in the comments, and as it stands, I've still got loads of comments to reply to, so I am sorry, because I am so busy that I don't have enough time. I want to cross my legs, but I can't because of this dress. I don't it takes me a while to get through comments. So if I don't respond to you right away, please don't think it's because I'm ignoring you. I really want to get through all my comments. It just takes me time. So maybe engagement with my audience, maybe that helps, because I appreciate it when I get comments back from people who I leave comments for. I don't know, it just makes you feel more engaged with the person making the videos. So yeah, basically I'm just being honest, being consistent, and I try and make things that I think I'd be interested in watching. I mean, and it's so funny, I was saying to another lady that I'm sort of friendly with who does YouTube the other day, and she said, like, you can make a video that you think is going to do really well, and then it just flops, and you're like, oh, I really enjoyed it editing that one, or oh, I thought that was a really good video. But then other ones that you don't think are going to do so well will do really well, and it's weird. It's like feeding the YouTube algorithm is an absolute beast. You just can't win with it. So I just kind of go with what I want to put out there, basically, and just hope that my channel keeps growing. And you know that it's going to be hopefully one day a viable source of, like, a real viable source of income for my family. I changed my channel name because I was previously Claire AV Mummy of 3, but I thought that's not going to grow with me as I grow and like my kids grow. So I thought I needed like a more all-encompassing name for my channel that would grow with me. And then like my content will probably change as I go through, you know, into the next stage when my kids will get older. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that answers the question. And if you're looking for a technical answer there, I am the wrong person to ask, because I don't really know. I've just winged it. At everything else in my life, I've just winged my YouTube channel completely. There are definitely things I wouldn't do again if I was doing it, and I wish I knew then what I know now. And then there'll be things that I would do differently if like I would do instead. So, you know, it's just a learning curve, isn't it? Life's a learning curve. Someone said, oh, how did me and G meet? But I did answer that one in the previous question, in the previous part of the Q&A. But yeah, it was a blind date set up by 2 mutual friends. Favourite holiday destination? Got to be Florida. We love Florida. I was fortunate enough that my grandparents lived in Florida. So growing up, well, I've got family all over the US, but so part of I have very fond memories of being very young in California, because my granddad lived in California. So like a lot of my core memories, or a decent portion of my core memories, are in California. And then my nan moved to Florida when I was just starting secondary school, so I must have been almost 11. And so we would spend quite a lot of time out in Florida as well, of my like teenage years. And then when I met Gareth, we went over there. I think we went over there like 3 times before we had children, then once when we had Zach. And we love Florida. We absolutely love it. Obviously I love Disney, and if you know me, you know I love Disney. But yeah, we just love Florida. We just love it. Yeah, Florida is favorite holiday destination, and we want to go back, but it's like, you know, money. If I could be in a film or TV show, which one would it be, and what part would I play? This was a difficult one. So I love any kind of historical fiction, but fact-based historical fiction, particularly of the Tudor era, because that is like, I took Tudor history as an AS level in college, and I loved it. Really, really loved it. I did it in my second year. The first year I did classical civilization, which went above my head. Whilst I enjoyed reading the Iliad, I didn't enjoy trying to answer questions and write an essay on it. But Tudor history, I loved. Fallen in love with, always liked the Tudor period. Wished I'd done it in the first year so I could do it as a full A level. So if I was going to be in a like film or TV show, it would probably have to be one from the Tudor period, and it probably have to be surrounding like that time period. So I don't know, maybe one of Henry VIII's wives, maybe. I don't know which one, but like, that's a really difficult question to ask. But I just love the costumes as well. They're just lovely costumes. Yeah, so anything from sort of like the Tudor period. I'm very talky with my hands, sorry. I would be doing it with my left hand as well, but I'm holding my laptop steady. And then someone else has asked, when did I start vlogging? What was the reason behind it? And have I always wanted to do it? And wasn't even on my radar until I started basically what it was is I don't even really watch much YouTube before I started doing YouTube, and I kind of just went on YouTube and googled like grocery shopping on a budget, just to get ideas on how to save money, because Lily was still young, I wasn't working at the time, and I needed to budget and find out how ways I could cut my grocery shopping bill down, because like that's a real variable, isn't it? Like of all your bills, you've got your steady bills that come out every month. What can we kind of tweak to try and save money? The food bill. So that's kind of, I was watching the grocery vlogs and things, and I think I was watching one when I was in the shower, because I watch a lot of YouTube in the shower. So if you know that you have a channel and I watch you, then know that I watch you while I'm in the shower. That's why I catch up with a lot of my YouTube, that or when I'm in the kitchen or cleaning and things. But yeah, so I was in the shower watching a haul. He came into the bathroom and he said, you could do this. You could, you know, you're good at budgeting. You could vlog your shopping and show people what you buy each week. Like you'd be good at that. And I was like, no, no one's going to watch me do that. He's like, why not? You're watching someone do it. I was like, well, okay then. So I sort of mulled it over. And I thought, how am I going to do it? He had to go away for a few days anyway. And I just thought, I'm just going to do it while I was on my own. I just downloaded like some software that I could do on my phone, and just started up a YouTube channel. I just thought, if I'll just do it and start it, and I did. So the reason behind it was because my husband encouraged me. So I've kind of come to a realization recently between married people that women tend to need to be encouraged to do things, because we don't always believe that we can do them, and men need to be managed. So women need to be encouraged and men need to be managed. At least that's how I think it works in my relationship anyway. And yeah, I think I just did it because I thought, well, I could do it. I could do it. It could be a good thing. And if it flops, then what have I got to lose? Just stop doing it. And it never crossed my mind. I'm one of these people that I like the idea of being like in the spotlight, but when I'm actually in the spotlight, I hate it. So when I got married, I thought I'd love walking down the aisle with everybody watching me. When it came to it, I was like, oh my God, why did I invite 120 people to the church? I was like, why did I do this? I don't want anybody watching me. And if you put me on stage, like I used to dance when I was younger, and I'd go on stage and I'd love it. And so I'm not afraid of getting up in front of people, like in a group, like doing dancing. But if you put me in a room with 1,000 people to talk to about my day, I would go quiet, I would clam up. But because it's just me in a room with a camera, I find it very easy to talk, and then I can always go back and take out anything where I think, oh God, you sound like a right Wally. Let's not put that out there. So yeah, like I'm not a naturally really out there person, but I do think I have something to say, and this is kind of my way of getting it out there in the world. You know, I'm not overly articulate. I'm not really brilliant with the words, but this is kind of like my platform where I can come on and be like, I have got some experience of raising a bunch of kids, because I'm in the midst of doing it, and it's really hard, and it's really brilliant, but it's really hard. And maybe if I go on there and just say it as it is, maybe that might help someone. And I think there's real value in wanting to help someone else feel like they're not alone. Some things that I've said to my friends, they've gone like, I'm so glad that you said that, because that's how I've been feeling. And I'm like, well, if we don't tell each other how we're feeling, we're always going to be in this bubble thinking, is it just me? So yeah, so there we go. I hope that answers it. Now, this other one, I think I might have answered this in a previous Q&A, where someone said, if you had to leave home immediately and permanently, what three things would I take, excluding pets and people? But if I had to leave home, I think I would definitely take my handbag, because my handbag has got my bank cards and things in it, and my purse, like all your essentials, my phone. My charger's already in my handbag, so I don't need a charger. And then I think I've said tarot cards previously, and I still think I'd grab them, because I love my tarot deck. I've got a few decks. I do have a favourite. Tarot deck, I have to say. I'm not one of these people that I think is going to collect loads of different decks and have a connection with all of them. I really like my Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, so I would probably still say I'd take that. But yeah, my phone, my tarot cards, and my handbag. Because and hopefully I'd be dressed. So yeah, I guess that would be it. But that's a really interesting question, because there's so many things that you think, oh, I need that, oh, I need that, oh, I need that. And I do have a fair bit of medication in my bag anyway, so you know, I've got that anyway. So yeah, I guess those would be my 3 things. And then this last question is one that I don't actually have an answer for. This is, of the male celebrities, who would I snog, marry and avoid? There's loads of celebrities that I fancy. I haven't got anyone in particular though. I don't have a favourite anything. I don't have a favourite movie, food, book, music, artist. I don't have a favourite child. I actually don't have an answer to that question. I've been giving it a lot of thought as well. But yeah, there are a lot of celebrities that I do like. So yeah, that's about it really. I hope I haven't missed anyone's questions out. I will have to have a very quick check. I'm going to check very quickly to make sure I haven't missed any out on Instagram. Right, no, I think that's all the questions that I got. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this Q&A. My YouTube goal for this year is to get to 5k by December, which I hope that I do. I hope that I surpass that goal and hit it before, but we'll see. And then I'll probably do another Q&A then, because like with new people all the time, you may have different questions. So yeah, but equally, if you're bored of Q&As, let me know and I won't do any more. But I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. If you have any other questions, put them down below and I'll answer them. So yeah, thank you so much for sending all your questions in, and I hope it's been interesting for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.